Hello, simplifiers. I'm outside and the birds are loud. What can I say? Yeah, the purple martins are coming in because it's what time? Well, I don't know. It's after 7. The purple martins. This is about what time they come in. It gets dark here a little bit after 7:30, so they might be doing their thing. And the birds are still at the bird feeder. Our cats are doing nothing but fighting our outdoor cats. I'm so tired of it. Tired of it. Okay, so anyway, if you hear cats fighting, it's the outdoor cats fighting. Um, April in the Minimal Mom group is my favorite month because we do, let me see if I can close. There's a screen back there. Because we do the scavenger hunt. That is my very, very favorite thing in the Minimal Mom. Every month there's a different thing. And there's a lot of different challenges. There's monthly, and sometimes they had a weekend challenge that I didn't do. What was that thing? Something about a pantry. I don't really have a pantry. I mean, I have canned foods that I could go through and some packaged foods too. And I did go through one cabinet and got some expired stuff out of there. Sometimes I hold on to expired stuff because I feel like it'll be okay. And then it was just so far out. I was like, no, we're done. So April 1st was something frozen. She was working in the kitchen, so something out of your freezer. So this is kind of funny. Y'all are gonna think I'm weird, but most of the time when I put meat, unless it's their packaging, if they got really good packaging and I put the meat into the freezer, generally their sealed up, good sealed up packaging does not get freezer burned. But if I divide it and put it in there, it gets freezer burned. So I had some chicken in there. I know y'all are gonna freak out. The chicken's from 2020. Relax, we have eaten it. We're not dead. It tasted fine. It looked fine. It tasted fine. But it was freezer burned, but it always, I try not to say anything to people because, if people think that freezer burned food cannot be eaten, then I'm not, it's none of my business. That if they want to throw that out, that's fine. But meat is so expensive. And if, pretty much anything you put in the freezer just gets, even ice cream. If ice cream's in there very long, it will form crystals, even though it's in that sealed up packaging, Do y'all have that? We have that all the time. And we don't eat that much ice cream anymore, but we used to really have a problem. If you leave it in there very long, it's going to form crystals. This looks disgusting. So anyway, I pulled we normally eat chicken breast. I had bought some chicken thighs and chicken legs, and I pulled it out and I was like, you know what? It is freezer burned. We've eaten freezer burned chicken before and we were fine. Once you cook it, you can't, I'll just say for me, I can't tell. I cannot, I look at it and I see it's freezer burned. I can't tell once I cook it. So I cooked the legs and the thighs. Well, first I thawed them, then I cooked them. And we've eaten it we ate it last night, and then Spencer ate some tonight. I ate a salad, and after I ate the salad, I was full. I was like, well, I'm really full. Like, I'm just not hungry anymore. So that's all I'm having. Anyway, instead of throwing it out, I went ahead and cooked it. So I posted a picture of it, and I just said it's a little bit free. It wasn't really, it didn't have crystals all over it. It was free, it was a little bit freezer burned, but it wasn't just, sometimes it, like in my mother's freezer, things are just covered over, and I have thrown hers out. My dad's really picky. A lot of stuff he's not going to eat. I'm not going to cart it back here to try to salvage it. So I'm just trashing it. But in this case, I posted it and I said it's got some freezer burn, but I'm going to go ahead and try. And I didn't say it was from 2020 because I knew people would freak out. You're only supposed to have chicken in the freezer for, people say it's like 6 months. What's the point of putting chicken in the freezer if it's only going to be in there 6 months? Now, there's nothing wrong with that. But my point is, why would I bother? If it's only going to be in there a very short time, I'll just cook it fresh and eat it. As soon as I get it, I'll just cook it in the next few days or whatever. But I do stock up some. So, I do like to have a little stock. Although I don't have a lot of chicken right now, actually. So anyway, I pulled that out. I made the picture. I said it's a little bit freezer burned. I didn't say 2020. We're going to go ahead and cook it and try to eat it. Just see, I said, we eat freezer burned quite a bit. It's fine. So that was a long way around. That was April 1st. April 2nd, it was a random ingredient. I think what I did was I pulled out Now I just had it. I just had in my mind what it was. It's some kind of mixed spices. And it's really good on chicken. I could have sprinkled it on this chicken. It's also old. I could have I know it's expired. I could have sprinkled it on that chicken. It's very popular. People love it. Anyway, whatever it is, I could have sprinkled it on that and it would have been better. I wish I'd done that, but I did not. And I actually haven't gotten rid of it yet. Oh, everything bagel, is that what it is? Everything bagel seasoning, something like that. I've put it on chicken before. It's really good. Okay, whatever. Friday, which was the 3rd, is an expired item, and that was when, and I wish I had only just posted one and made pictures of the others, because we need an orange item, and I never have an orange. I really have to work hard to find something orange in this house. I think I've had like packaging before that I was like, oh, this is orange packaging, I'll just throw this out. That's a red-winged blackbird. If you're wondering what that shrieking is, I love those birds. They never stay here in the summer. They stay down at the river, but right now they're here in droves. We've a lot of them. So that's what that shrieking noise is a red-winged blackbird. Anyway, one of the packaging on one of the things I threw out, and I've already thrown it out, although I might still have the picture. Maybe I still have the picture. Maybe I can show that. It has some orange on it, because I can't even remember what I used the last 2. I've done this. This is the 3rd year I've done this. I don't know what I used. I remember one time I had some kind of packaging. It was some kind of drink mix packaging. Maybe I'll go look for some maybe they have like some peach drink mix at Dollar General. I can just go get some orange packaging and empty it out, drink it, empty it out. Okay, they do have peach. I could get that. 1 bottle of that peach. It's already made up. It's kind of like 7-Up, but it's the sugar-free peach stuff. They have that at Dollar General. I could get that and then drink it and then throw it out. That'll be like, oh look, I'm decluttering this bottle. Maybe I'll do that. I'll probably forget. Saturday was something partially used. I had a small thing of coconut oil from Dollar Tree, and I really didn't like it that much, and so I posted that. I actually haven't gotten rid of it yet, because I'm like, I mean, I should. Since I posted, I should. Number 5 was something shiny. That was Sunday. I was struggling with that, and so finally I asked Spencer. I said, okay, so I used to sell paparazzi. That's what these are. This is about, I don't have that much paparazzi left. I got rid of most of it, but so Spencer said, look for some paparazzi you can get rid of. I was like, so I was like, that's a good idea. And it happened, that was on Sunday. I wore a pair of earrings and had to take it off in the middle of the service. I didn't have my hair up. I had my hair curled, and it was yanking my hair. Something about it my hair was just stuck in it. And so I said, great idea. Those earrings I had on at lunch, because I mean at church, I asked him at lunch, I was like, I don't know what to do, something shiny. Can you think of something? Because he has tools. I was thinking of a tool. Do you have like a tool we can, like one, you've got way too many hammers, or a screwdriver or something? Can we declutter a screw? We could declutter a lot of tools here. He's got lots of extras, but none of my business. Anyway, I was like, at lunch I asked, I was like, that's a great idea. They were yanking on my hair. I don't need them. So I posted that. And then Monday was something pink. What did I? Why do I yawn during my videos? That's the second video I've done that in. Second out of a lot of videos. Something pink. I've had a long day. In my defense, I've had a very long day. Very long. I do not recall. I decluttered something, but I don't recall what it was. Tuesday, which is today, an item from a drawer, and I was racking my brain. I was like, I don't know what, my drawers aren't that bad. My kitchen drawers are pared down for the most part, although I'm sure I could find, I've got one drawer that's got, I'm sure, something I could just throw away, just some random thing I could throw away. But I ended up, I had already pulled out a bunch of kitchen towels, and before I got rid of them, I stuck them by the back, by the front door where I put all my stuff I'm decluttering. I had a bunch of extra kitchen towels, and I just noticed that drawer is so full. I'm tired of it. I'm doing the container thing, but there's too many in there. Even with they fit, but it's a constant struggle to mash them down to shut, just because you know how towels stick up. So they fit, but not exactly. So I probably took 5 or 6 towels out of there, and didn't even think about. Then when I was reading this an item from a drawer, I was like, oh my gosh, I don't even know. And I was like, duh, those came out of a drawer, and I still had them. I hadn't gotten rid of them, so I made a picture of that. Did that today. Tomorrow's a cleaning product. That'll be easy because I always have something that's half used up, or I don't really like it, or I can always find a cleaning product or an almost empty bottle. Pardon me, something in my mouth. An almost empty bottle is something extra bottle that I don't need. So, and then Thursday will be jewelry or accessory. Well, that's what it was. That was what something pink was. It was another pair of earrings, and I was like, then I saw jewelry. I've read through all these, but it didn't occur to me. And I'm like, jewelry or accessory? I might have needed that for pink day instead of pink. So I don't know, but I couldn't think of anything really for pink anyway. And then on the 17th, we're going to do a book or magazine. So I told Spencer, I said, if some magazines come in the mail, don't throw them out before I make a picture. So he got the mail one day, and he laid that there were a couple magazines. He was like, here you go. I'm like, thank you. I'm going to make a picture and throw those out. So I've got it starred so I know I have a picture of it. So anyway, that's what I've done so far. That's the first week. That's what I've done so far. So at the post office, we have a P.O. box, and they have yellow slips in there that mean I have a package. So apparently the thing for my shoe that's supposed to help my foot stop hurting, I've kind of my foot goes back and forth with hurting. I've noticed my Chaco sandals, I don't know if you know what Chacos are, but they have a very hard, firm, it's not uncomfortable, but it's very hard and firm. And those have an arch support too. It's a built-in sandal with the arch. It's a sandal with a built-in arch support, which helps me because I have also, on top of this, plantar fasciitis. Although I gotta say, nothing was mentioned about that in the MRI. I don't know if I'm not sure how that shows up. Does that show up on something like that? I need to look into that, because I thought for sure they'd be like, you got terrible plantar fasciitis, even though I wear arch supports. I wear very expensive arch supports. So, but I still have issues. So the Chaco sandals don't make that area in my foot that I had the MRI on, they don't make that hurt, but they get the plantar fasciitis going, which is interesting because like I said, they have a built-in pretty good arch support in them. It's a pretty decent arch support. And when I'm wearing them, they feel very comfortable. And then later I notice, oh, my heels are hurting. So that is a cardinal making that chirp, 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 that constant chirping. That's a cardinal fussing, probably mad at me because I'm over here. Come on down. I'm not that close. There's other birds at the feeder. Oh, Boo's out there hunting. Boo, please don't do that. Please don't kill my birds. Don't kill my pretty birds. Kill the sparrows. We don't want those. The sparrows we do not want and we've got a million of them this year. It's just bizarre. Like they just spread like crazy. We have tons of sparrows. We don't want those because we have purple martins. By the way, the martins were very quiet when they flew in. I think they're already in because it's getting darker, but I wanted you to hear them. They make the cutest noises. Anyway, I think they're already in their houses. But the sparrows get in the purple martin houses, and that makes the purple martins mad. And we want the purple martins here because the purple martins help keep the mosquitoes down. Although I gotta say, the mosquitoes are already terrible. March was a terrible month for mosquitoes. Horrible. And now that it's getting dusk, they're gonna descend on me. Thankfully, I have a lot of clothes on because it's when I came out here, the temp, let's see, does that say it's 70? Can't tell. The temp said it was 70, but it's cool because the sun went down. So it's not hot out here. It's a very cool 70. The wind is not blowing. The last couple days, we have had almost no wind, which is unusual, very unusual. We have so much wind here. it's just windy. It's been very, very windy. So, and then that gets this going. That's what I want to talk about too. Another thing I want to talk about. Anyway, back to this thing in my shoe. I know I don't understand why it's not fitting in my P.O. box. I don't have the biggest P.O. box, but we don't have the smallest either. And it's supposed to be really thin, but I know it's firm. But what did they put it in that won't fit in this stupid box? So I can't get it. They don't open till 8:30. Well, I had to leave here at 8 in the morning to go when I go to my dad's. So I have to leave at 8 in the morning. So I had to leave at 8 yesterday. Yesterday I didn't even know I had a package, but I had to leave at 8 this morning. I have to leave at 8 tomorrow. Anyway, I can get it Thursday, but I would like to get it and use it, because my foot would like my foot to stop hurting. But anyway, today I wore this special shoe. Yesterday I wore this special shoe because it has been irritating me some. It's not horrible. It's not like when I was... If you don't leave him alone, I'm getting a super soaker. Every year we say we're going to get a super soaker. We never get it. I've had it with this cat fighting. They won't leave Boo alone. The cat that's here that we don't want has become incredibly obnoxious. Won't leave Boo or Finn alone. Right now, Finn won't leave Boo alone. So I think because the cat we don't want won't leave Finn alone, that he's then decided that he won't leave anyone else alone. And it's exhausting. Shut up. Shut up. I'm so sick of it. So every time we turn around, they're yowling, and then Boo's freaking out to get in the house. And I told Spencer, I said, Boo he'll go out some, but he doesn't go out and stay out like he's indoor, outdoor. We want him to go out and enjoy himself. Now, I will say I don't want him in the highway, so if he wants to stay in, that's fine. I'm surely not making him go out. But it's irritating that they've lived here in harmony pretty much all this time. Now, all of a sudden, he will not leave him alone. I'm so sick of it. Okay, so I did want to talk about my sinuses and update that and Jenny had reminded me because she just put a comment on my last video. Her daughter's been having these issues. Her daughter, nothing is showing up with the allergies, which means, stop it right now. Stop. I'm so sick of it. I'm sick of it. I've had it. Shut up. Anyway, Spencer makes fun of him, and Spencer says that that's the owie owie song because he sounds like he's saying owie 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 owie. That's exactly what it sounds like. It's annoying. Stop it. Shut up. Go in another part of the yard and owie owie. Don't owie owie right here next to me. Anyway, so Jenny's daughter, if she's not showing up for any allergies, but clearly something is going on, that means she has non-allergenic rhinitis. That is what I have. It is nearly impossible to treat. Now, you can use allergy medications, which I do. So right now, since the surgery, I've had so many problems, and I'm not saying this to be negative. Things have looked up remarkably well, finally. But I think until he had to do a couple of different clean outs, and I think until the second clean out got done, things were not improving very well. And I really thought I was sick. I think I told y'all, I know I'm sick. I know I don't feel well. I was going to bed like at 9 o'clock at night. I think one night I went to bed at 8:30. That's not like me. I stay up till 10, 10:30, 11. 10, me being in bed at 10 is early. I think I was in bed by 10:15 last night? 10:15. If I can get in there around 10, because I do get up at 6, I like to be there at 10. But unless I'm just exhausted, I'm not rushing to get there, But I think that anesthesia did something to me. I kept thinking, well, it's because I'm sick. Because when I'm sick, I'm tired. And I told you this part of my face was still hurting. Now, I'm still having some pain here, both sides actually. Minor, very minor. So Jenny was saying in the comments, she was like, well, I certainly don't want my daughter to go through this terrible, the surgery that you had to go through. And I probably made it sound worse than it was. The surgery, here comes the train. The surgery itself was not bad. Now I have to go in because this train is here. The surgery itself was not bad. And the recovery was not bad. What was bad was this constant drainage that wouldn't stop. It would not stop. It wouldn't stop. I'm just going to sit here and let this train go. at least every hour. At least. Between the church bells, the trains, and the sirens, the ambulances, the fire trucks, the police, I mean, it's almost nonstop. We thought we were moving to the country. Not the actual country, because this is a town, but country, rural. We're very rural. Oh, look at my ring. This is my mom's wedding ring. Did I tell y'all about this? Isn't that beautiful? So it's got little diamonds here and here, and then the one bigger one. I think this was, my sister thinks this was my dad's mom's ring. And so this was the one that I wanted, and you can see it doesn't stick up a lot. The other one that I told Dawn I really wanted this one because I knew I would wear it, and I have been wearing it. I'm gonna get it sized. This is my wedding finger, and my wedding ring finger, I cannot wear my wedding ring, and I haven't been able to wear it in years. I just wear a really cheap fake ring all the time, or not all the time, a lot of time. But I'm gonna get this ring to fit on my right hand. So anyway, right now, but it fits here, and I didn't even realize that. I could have been wearing it all this time. So anyway, I'm gonna go get that fixed. Okay, the train is gone. So anyway, the surgery itself was not bad at all. What was really bad was it wasn't even the steroid pill. It wasn't the prednisone pills. It was that IV steroid. That almost did me in. I did not get any sleep. It was horrible. I was just like, my heart was pounding. It was terrible. He doesn't understand. He acts like nobody ever has a reaction to that. Bull. My sister works at one of the surgery centers with him, and she's like, he acts like nobody ever. She said, I laughed to myself because somebody was there having a surgery. I don't know if it was sinus or something else. And he told the guy, you're going to sleep so good after the surgery. And she said, I just laughed to myself. I know this guy's not going to sleep well. He's not going to sleep well at all. And a lot of people call. She said a lot of the times the kids' moms call, and they're like, my kid can't keep taking these oral steroids. They're crazy, which was me. I was completely crazy. You could tell from the videos. I was talking so fast. I mean, it was nuts. It was just nuts. But he's crazy. We're not doing that anymore. I don't care what he thinks or what he wants to do. We're not doing that again. But I did have some pain here from the surgery, but I was having pain before. So I don't even think I thought it was from the surgery. I know it was a little different. And I was taking the pain medicine. And the pain medicine, I think I told you, it was taking like an hour to kick in. And I was like, it's really not even worth it. I mean, I just did not like it. Anyway, I didn't catch him ahead of time to tell him which pain medicine I wanted. He gave me the other one, which is, I think it's supposed to be stronger. It doesn't work as well on me. So I like Lortab. He gave me, what is it? Percocet's what he gave me. I don't like Percocet. So anyway, it was like it should not take an hour for a pain med to kick in, especially because this was not excruciating pain. This was just minor pain. And I thought, well, I'll go ahead and get ahead of it. I think I could have just skipped it. So anyway, those were the things. But then what ended up happening, I think after he did the first clean out, I think that's when everything really started draining. So I was having all the stuff drained down my throat, and then it was going to be another month before I saw him again. So for a month, I was like really not in a very good mood because I had gobs of stuff draining, and it was really sticky and gross, and it was just sitting. It was draining, but then it would just kind of sit right here and feel like I couldn't get it to come up. I couldn't get it to go down. It was just like, it was almost like stuck like glue. It was disgusting. I think I may have already told you this. I don't want to get into all that because it's gross. It really is gross. And then I was blowing out a lot of stuff, mostly this side, which is the bad side. And I was so tired. I was having headaches. All this stuff is exactly how a sinus infection presents in me. Extreme fatigue, or just fatigue in general. More. I don't have a lot of fatigue normally, so just fatigue. Going to bed at 8:30, very unusual, like really unusual. I mean, weeks after the surgery. It wasn't like it was the week of the surgery. It was weeks after. Going to bed at 8:30. 9:30, stuff like that. That was just unusual, very unusual. Now that's all gone away. I'm not doing that anymore. Okay, so a month after, so the first week, after week one, or as week one was closing, I had it cleaned out. 4 weeks after that, so week 5, I had it cleaned out again. That's when all this finally, probably a few days later, maybe a week later, This finally stopped all that. What was I trying to say? Just ridiculous. Ridiculous. I don't know what I'm trying to say. Ridiculous amount of draining. Occasionally I'll have some drainage. He's caught something. What did you catch? He caught a vole, and I swear I think he let it go. And I told him, I was like, stop playing with that. He was throwing the vole up in the air. And yippee. I think that's what he's got now. Yippee, yippee, yippee. Throwing up in the air. And I'm like, kill it. Kill it. Because they eat the voles. It's VOLE. They're tiny, but they eat the roots. They're kind of like a mole. They eat the roots of your plants. So like if you have hostas, they will literally eat the roots of your hosta, the bulbs, and you'll have nothing. Your hosta will be sitting there dying, and you're like, what's happening? And then you pick it up and you're like, oh, the vole. I think he's got a vole now. Well, I hope you'll kill this one. And somebody did kill one, and I found it. I blamed it, or didn't blame it. I thought the cat that we don't want did it, because this cat never does anything. This is Boo. Anyway, so I did want to tell you, Jenny, if she did need to have surgery, if she did have polyps, I could never tell. Now, unless I know the polyps were only on this side, or I thought that's what he said. This side hurt not quite as bad, but this side hurt too. So I don't think I ever really felt the polyp removal so much. I think what I was feeling was those 3 sinuses he had to clean out, and he told me he was cleaning out both sides, so there must have been some on this side. Probably a lot of it was this side, but maybe 1 sinus on this side and 2 on the other is what I'm thinking. He also took a sample and sent it off, which I did not know. And then of course I asked Spencer, because I got a bill for it. I finally got a bill for it. I asked Spencer, I was like, did you know anything about him taking a sample and sending it off for about, biopsy sample? Well, you should have, I'm not kidding. You should have asked me that a long time ago. I said, Spencer, until I got the pathology bill, I didn't know to ask you, because I was asleep when this was going on. Okay? I mean, y'all, really? You should have asked me sooner. You should have written it down so you could have told me. Yeah, I think that's what he's got. Oh yeah, I see it. It's running around. They're about this big. So a mole, if you don't know much about moles are about this big. A vole is about this big. It looks a lot like it. They're blind. I think that's why he's always under the bird feeders, because they must hang out under here. It's really easy to dig around under the bird feeders, because the seed falls after they're eating it. It comes apart and the rest of it falls. And then the ground is not hard. It's very soft. So the moles can burrow under there, and also the voles, apparently. I thought he was looking for moles, but he keeps catching these voles. He's chasing it all over the yard. He's playing with it. He just thinks this is the best thing since sliced bread, but he's not killing it, which is what I want him to do with it. Please kill it. Just kill it. So anyway, Jenny, all that to say, your daughter can use allergy meds for the non-allergenic rhinitis. She can use over-the-counter, like something like Allegra or Zyrtec, and she may have already tried this, but I'm actually using Sudafed. Here, I don't know about in Canada, because Jenny's up in Canada. Here, you can't just go pick the Sudafed up off the shelf anymore. And for years, for 10, 12, 15 years, you've had to show your driver's license, because people make meth with it. And as we know, everyone who wants Sudafed is a drug dealer or a meth addict. So, but I have my teeth. These are mine, my teeth, except for my implant back here. Had nothing to do with meth. It just, who knows, but something bad happened. But anyway, I have my teeth other than that. Well, so they have to kind of eyeball you. Although I will say at my pharmacy, I think maybe because I'm in there all the time, they're just like, she showed them the box and the lady's like, yep, fine. I don't think she even looked at me. But I've been in other pharmacies where they're like, and why did you need some Sudafed? And I'm like, because I'm allergic to everything on planet Earth and I can't breathe. So I don't buy it very often, because I get very irritated by being questioned about why I'm getting Sudafed. So I don't buy it often, but all this drainage was driving me nuts. And it was very irritating. So anyway, thankfully that has pretty much cleared up. I'd say that's 90% cleared up. But she can, if y'all can get Sudafed there, I don't know if you can, but if you can, Sudafed's really good. Take it in the daytime, don't take it at night. It kind of makes you a little bit wired. It doesn't do it to me, but I don't sleep anyway, so, you know. Sometimes I sleep, sometimes I don't. You can do nasal sprays. There's all kinds of nasal sprays you can do. Flonase, really, he ended up prescribing me Flonase because he said, oh, by the way, your insurance might want you to have that before you can get Dupixent. So he put me on Flonase. That's what finally opened my nose up. Thank you so much, Dr. Klug. It took 5 weeks for my nose to finally clear up. I couldn't breathe. I was like, how in the world could I have had surgery, had all these polyps removed, had, I don't know how, 3 sinuses, and I could breathe over here, but I still couldn't breathe over here. Well, 1 shot of Flonase and my nose opened up and I could finally breathe. I was like, well, praise God. I needed Flonase the whole time, apparently. So, and apparently Flonase helps with the polyps. So that's also good because I don't want any more polyps. Now, when he saw me the first week, he said, you don't have any polyps. Do they come back that fast? That's crazy. He didn't say it at the 5-week appointment, but I know there was nothing wrong because we sort of got, I think I told you, we sort of got into it. He's like, you're not infected. You do not have any infection. Your sinuses look great. So he didn't say no polyps, but he would have told it. You have to remove the polyps. So they can't just sit there. So I would have had to go have it done again. Have it done all over again. But anyway, good things that have come from this is my nose actually runs now. Not all the time. It's not super annoying, but my nose does run. And I do have some drainage. And I think that's actually good to have some because I think it shows that you're normal. Like I never have any drainage unless I'm actually sick. That's why I was like, I think I'm sick because this drainage is so thick and sticky and disgusting. And anyway, we did kind of get into it, but now I'm over it. I'm not mad at him anymore because once he did that second clean out, I was finally in and got the Flonase. Finally, things got a lot better. So I'm done being mad at him. I have to see him again, I think in July. I don't know if y'all can hear that, but he's still chasing that thing around the yard. Kill it. All right, it's getting dark out here. You can barely see me now. It's getting dark, but I just want to throw that in for Jenny. Sinus surgery is not terrible unless they pack your sinuses. Don't ever let anybody do a surgery on you or your daughter, Jenny, where if they're going to pack your sinuses, you don't want that. You want to find the doctor that does not do that. My doctor doesn't pack sinuses. Surgery is practically a breeze unless you pack your sinuses. I've had so many people say to me, oh, I know that's so painful. No, it actually was not painful. I could never tell that he had done surgery on me, except I did have this little bit of pain here, but did I have both sides? I know I had this side real bad before I went in. So, I mean, it was a little bit different pain, so I could tell he'd been kind of digging around in there or something, but almost a pain-free surgery. I really didn't, I think I took 4 pain pills total, and the 4th one I took only because I wanted to sleep. I thought maybe because it has codeine in it would make me sleep. It did not. And that was due to the steroids that were still in my system and that would not leave, that I talked about a lot. So you've already heard that. So anyway, it's getting dark out here. Love you guys. I'll talk to you next time. Bye. If you have any questions, Jenny, just put them in the comments. I'll answer anything you need to know about anything she could take. Patnase is my favorite. Patnase is really, really good. Flonase is really good. There's another one. What is that other one called? Nasacort. Nasacort is really good. Those are my 3 favorites. All right, I'll talk to y'all soon. Bye.